Hello everyone, today's the 8th of February, it's a Tuesday the 8th. On Thursday, 2 days time, we have the Bonsai Club's first meeting of 2022, and every month we have a tree competition held at the club, and in 2 days time it's winter image. So I'm looking around at the moment to see what trees I can possibly think about taking in for a winter image and enter the competition. This lot is a forest of Turkish hazel. I like the trees, but there's lots of back budding back down here, and I'd like to push the tree back into some of these buds before it gets taken in to make a nice image. Anyway, let's look at another tree, then we'll see how we go. And here we have a willow tree, actually dropped as a freebie by the birds. Just found it at the top of the garden a few years ago. Been trying to ramify the top section, but once again I think it could do with some more fine branches on it. This is in fact a possibility for next month's tree competition, because that's called first leaves. So when the first leaves come out of this might look very, very good indeed. Anyway, let's have a look at another one. Right, the third and final contender for the winter image, and this I think is the one that it's going to be, is my Japanese Grey Bark Elm, or Zelkova. There's some nice fine ramification of the branches towards the end, a nice triangular shape of the tree, and I think this will be the one to take. The only thing is, it's actually in a £1 kitty litter tray, so that needs slip potting into a more acceptable pot, which is something we're going to do today. And that'll be the next job. Cheerio. Well, hello again. Well, just before we start this slip potting, I've been looking at the tree, and I'm wondering, I think this isn't the proper front. There's a mark on the trunk here that is slowly healing over where a big cut was made, and I'm not too keen on the base there, but if we turn it round, I believe the bottom of the trunk looks a lot nicer and the scars are a bit less visible. Alright, there's a mark up here where a big trunk was cut off in the past, which is now rolling over and healing up, but I think the overall view is a lot better from this side. So I think this will be the front of the tree once it's repotted. Right, let's go and get a pot and start the process. Right, here we are. Now then, first things, get these fertiliser baskets off. There we go. And now let's see about getting this out of the pot. It should come out very, very easily looking at this. It should be a very quick and easy slip pot. Right. There we go. Let's just compare the size of the pots. The old kitty litter tray and the new one. Right, this is the new one I'm looking at. Slightly shallower, so we're going to take some off the bottom. Length is alright. Width isn't far off either. So I think it's just something off the bottom. Yes. Just a scrape off the bottom. Actually, this is looking like it is going to need a full repot soon, because we've got roots curling around down here. Yes, this definitely goes on the list for a full repot this year. I think I need some root scissors. Let's go and get them. Excuse me. Right, I'm back. Here we go. Oh, there's a mesh in here. Okay, well that'll have to come out. Found out with one of these meshes that go right across the bottom of the pots. He found out with his sarissa, the roots do go right through the mesh and make it very difficult to get the thing out. Right. Actually, it's very fine soil. Right, let's put this down, clear up the tray, and see how it's going to fit in the new pot. Guess back in a minute. Right, here we are back again, moment of truth. I've had a quick look around the pot, it looks very similar on all sides. So, let's see how it fits. Ugh. In actual fact, it's not fitting at all badly. So I think we'll leave it at that, but just put some more soil around the edges. And we're done. Tap it down with a chopstick. That was a very easy slip pot, it must admit. Even up the new soil over the pot so it doesn't look as though I've cheated too much when it goes on display at the competition. But let me get a turntable. Right, and there we have the tree for the competition in its new pot. And I think it looks quite nice. Yes, I'm quite impressed with that. I must admit, these competitions, I've heard people say on YouTube before, to encourage, people like to see when they go to a meeting at their bonsai club, they like to see trees brought along for people to look at, and admire, pass comment on, offer ideas for improvement. And this monthly tree competition is a nice idea to make you look at all your trees like I did in sorting out that this was the tree take for Thursday, and I looked at other trees on the way as I was going around, and it made me look at them, see what needs doing and things like that. Although we don't get the results of the tree competition until the end of the year, because it's an ongoing competition run throughout the year, they're put in by obviously the members. Everybody in the club then votes for 1, 2 and 3, their positions. They think is the nicest top 3 trees. They gain points, which then roll over to the next week, to the next month, and the month after that. And at the end of the year, points are added up, and the overall winner is announced, and they receive a trophy. So we'll see how things go. But anyway, I'm pleased with that, and I'm hoping to take some pictures at the show itself, and obviously after the show I'm going to come back and repot this back into its kitty litter tray. But it didn't touch the roots hardly at all. Okay then, thank you very much. Cheers for now. Hello there. Well, we're back from our bonsai show of winter image trees. So there were actually 6 trees there. Mine wasn't the best there, I will say, but I enjoyed getting a tree in the competition. And it's all about looking at your trees. Anyway, I'll show some stills of the trees at the end of this video, and you make your own mind up. Right, what I want to do now is get this tree back into its plastic kitty litter tray to save damaging this pot. So that's today, and a quick repot of it. Come out of there fairly simply. There we go. Right. It was an enjoyable meeting. Actually got given 5 beech trees, which I've potted. They were bare root beech trees, which I've potted up, and they'll be made into a forest with another 6 smaller beech trees that I've got as well, so that'll come up later on, either early next year or this year. One thing I haven't got here is a bag for the rubbish, so I will go and get some. Excuse me a minute. Right, here we are back again. Let's carry on. Well, there's a root. I think we may as well chop that one off now. Okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to fill up a washing up bowl and wash the roots. Back in a minute again. Okay, so what we have here is actually quite a nice looking root base. Just need to trim it up, and there's not an awful lot to do on this base. It was last repotted about 2 years ago. coming out like this, so we'll get rid of that one. There we go. I don't think I'm going to do much more to the roots there. So what I'll do, I'll give you an overall overhead shot of the root base. You'll see what it looks like. Right, so there we have an overhead shot of the root base. Missing slightly on this side, but overall not too bad a radial root base. So let's see about putting it back into its kitty litter tray. Okay, well, now the easy bit. So, a bit of soil in the tray. Pile in the middle. Let's get the tree. Right. I had a feeling this wouldn't take long. As I say, at the competition, we won't know who wins the trophy until right at the end of the year. But there were some very nice trees there. Some of them were about 30-40 years old, so in comparison with this one, which is about 10 years old, you can understand why I don't think it did very well. But it made me look at my trees, that was the main thing. And the club was happy to see a few trees there to give people something to look at. And there we have it, all potted up, back up into its kitty litter tray. Ready for this year. So I'll put some still photographs up of the trees in the competition, and we'll leave it at that, and I'll see you next time. Thank you very much.